Hi everyone, Leanne here from Jaded Blossom, and it's time for our May 2024 release hop. Hey, so I'm using the Make a Splash Know Me stamp set along with the Make a Splash Know Me outline dies, our Gnome Dies Mermaid add-ons, our new embellishment cluster dies, our border dies, our stitch circle, or scallop circle dies, sorry. Also, I use the brand new Fancy Shell die set I forgot to show you. I'm using Seaside Summer, Under the Sea, gingham linen, and candy stripe and sprinkles from Doodlebug. And I did put that together on the Fancy Shell assembly video. And then these two were put together on the Gnome Dies Mermaid add-ons assembly video. So check those out. So first I'm starting out with a piece of paper tray ink cardstock cut at 4 1/4 by 8.5 inches to give you an A2 size, well, a square A2 size card. So it'll fit in an A2 size envelope. And then I'm going to add a 2-inch strip of this paper from Under the Sea from Doodlebug. And then I cut that scalloped circle out of Basil Bling in aqua. And I used not the shiny side, I used the dull side. You'll see that in a little bit here. So I'm going to have this, like a vertical card. And I'm just going to line that up using my Stampin' Up! Pad kind of as a grid to, keep things straight. I did use an ATG tape for ATG to stick it down, and I'll cut the overhang off with a pair of scissors. So there we go. All my die cutting today was done with my Anna Griffin Mini Empress machine. And there we go. Now, see, I'm using the dull side, so the other side, or the non-shiny, the back side, I guess you'd want to say. Now I used the border dies to cut out that fun, like kind of peach colored pattern, coral pattern. And that was from the Seaside Summer 6-inch pad. And I'm just using 1/8 of an inch score tape, making sure it's stuck down well with my Teflon bone folder. And I'm going to run that along the side of my patterned paper. This is a color that's in the die cuts that I used, so I thought it would make things pop a bit. So just sort of lining things up so it's, even, and I will trim off the overhang with a pair of scissors as well. So like I said, this is a super easy card, and since everything was put together basically before this card, it's, things were already done, right? So I'm going to stick down this Basil Bling on the dull side, the scalloped circle die, sort of, off to the side there. Now I've got my shell, which is paper cut from that Under the Sea 6-inch pad from Doodlebug. And I did use some Stardream Metallic and Quartz for the pearl. And then the pink is the Stardream Metallic in Rose Quartz. That's for that, what the pearl is sitting on. So I just lined that up. And now I've got my adorable little mermaid and my super cute little seahorse. The seahorse was cut from Lagoon Stardream Metallic cardstock, and the purple is from that Under the Sea 6-inch pad. And then for the adorable little mermaid, she was cut from Doodlebug's Candy Stripe and Sprinkles, cinnamon cardstock for her hair, P13 stamping pad skin tones that comes from Jaded Blossom store for her skin tone. I also used black for the base piece that you can see her little eyes. That's what, her little eyes show through as. Her tail is cut from Die Cuts with a View glitter matte stack in green. So I'm just peeling off. There we go. And her little shell top, that was cut from gingham linen Doodlebug on the linen side. And if you want to watch me putting that together, remember you can check out the Gnome Dies Mermaid add-ons assembly video. So I'm just going to pop her up using some dimension. There we go. And isn't she cute? Now I'm going to use this sentiment, Make a Splash Know Me, but I don't want to have Know Me on there. I'm just going to trim that off. So on the front of the card, it will say Make a Splash. That is from the stamp set Make a Splash Know Me. Brand new. And remember, the outline dies come in really handy as well, that you can pick up separately. There we go. So I'm just going to peel off the backing. I believe that these These foam squares are from Scrapbook Adhesives. So I'm just popping that up in the lower right-hand corner. And there we go. So now I'm going to cut a 1-inch strip of paper of this Basil Bling, kind of like in an aqua. And then I'm going to cut like a 3/4 of an inch or a 1/2 inch slice of this pattern that I used for that border on the front. And I'm just going to add that along with the Seaside Summer odds and ends on the inside. So I'm just going to use some ATG tape and run that along the inside of the card. And I'm just going to make sure things are even, but I'll use the shiny side. And then I'm going to use this piece of patterned paper and I'm just going to trim that at an angle and I'll add that to the inside as well. And I've got super cute little odds and ends from that Doodlebug Seaside Summer odds and ends. There we go. I've been using those on the inside of all of my cards for this release. I just think they're super cute and fun. So I'm going to add this adorable jellyfish. And then I've got a little fish. And then I have a little oyster with a pearl. I'm just kind of nesting them all together. There we go. And isn't that cute? We're using my Barely Art glue. And it says, happy birthday. Sorry, it says, happy birthday to an enchanting creature. So kind of fun, right? I use VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink to stamp the sentiments onto paper tray ink white cardstock. So I'm pulling out my Secure White Jelly Roll pen in a number 10, and I'm just going to add a few little highlights to these images because I think it adds a little something. And I don't know, I just think it really does add a little something, you know. It makes these really flat images, you know, pop a little bit, I think. This is my favorite white gel pen, and I think it does a great job. So there we go. And next I'm going to be adding a few of these bubbles to my card front. And I'm using some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals to do that. These were put together on the Gnome Dies Mermaid Add-ons assembly video using Stardream Metallic in Quartz and then Aquamarine. Those both came from cutcardstock.com. I'm not sure if that's the same name as the website that used to sell a bunch of cardstocks. I believe they're still in business. It's a great store. And they just had lots of fun, fabulous paper. And this was, you know, certainly one of the adorable, like not adorable, one of the really pretty paper lines that they had. The Stardream Metallic had a beautiful shimmery and a really nice thick weight cardstock that you could even make a card base out of if you wanted to. So I'm just using my Studio Katia embellishment wand to pick up these bubbles, trying to get them in the right position. But this is what I do, people. I kind of, you know, I kind of fuss and fart back and forth trying to get things where I want them. And there we go. And then I'll add my last little bubble on there. And isn't that cute? I just love the shimmer. Next, I'm pulling out my Doodlebugs, what is it called? Shape Sprinkles, an eye for an eye. And I'm just going to add a black eye to my little seahorse. Isn't that the sweetest little guy? And then I'm going to be using Jaded Blossom's brand new embellishment cluster dies. And I'm going to add 3 little purple glitter, you know, diamonds to the front of my card. And these were cut from glitter cardstock from Simon Says Stamp. So I'm just going to add 3 just for fun. So I've got a little bit of glitter and shimmer. And on the inside, I'm going to add 3 hearts that I cut out of that same Stardream Metallic quartz cardstock. There we go. So I just think these embellishment cluster dies are going to come in really handy. So there we go. We got 3 hearts. And isn't that the cutest thing? So thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to hop on over to the Jaded Blossom blog, Be Inspired by the Team, the Jaded Blossom store to get your hands on these amazing products. And thank you, as always, for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Make sure you check out my other videos for today, too. Bye, everybody.